You know how cavemen used to take photos? They'd smear mud all over their faces and press them straight onto stone slabs. Now tell me, could you even edit those pictures? And if they wanted to take a bath, they'd just grab a stick and whack themselves with it. If they wanted to roll dice to let grandma take their place, no problem. The whole family was tight-knit and loving. Even when eating, they'd share bite by bite. These primitive people all belonged to the Crood family, living in prehistoric caves day in and day out, year after year. They used to have plenty of neighbors, but one family got trampled by a woolly mammoth, another got swallowed whole by a poisonous snake, and yet another got stung to death by mosquitoes. In the end, only the Crood family survived. And the reason they were still alive was thanks to their inherited family trait of being scared to death of everything. Most of the time, they just hid in their cave sleeping, only venturing out to find food when they were absolutely starving. Dad Grug would go out first, hollering and scaring away the little lizards by the entrance. Only after confirming it was safe would everyone else head out. This time, Grug spotted a bird egg, but who was going to get it? Time for the old method of deciding. Grug picked up Grandma and tossed her up in the air. Grandma successfully landed face first, which was basically like getting tails on a coin flip. So their son Thunk stepped up first and managed to grab the egg. But before he could even celebrate, the mother bird slammed into him and sent him flying. The mother bird snatched her baby and took off running. Then their daughter Eep charged forward, grabbed the egg, and tossed it straight to Grandma. Finally, through the family's relentless efforts, they got their hands on the bird egg. But even with all that work, the egg was only big enough for everyone to get one tiny bite. By the time it reached Grug's hands, there was just one drop left. To figure out what time it was, Grug held up his finger to measure the sun's height. The sun was about to set, so the family hurried back to their cave. Over time, everyone got sick of hiding in the darkness, especially their daughter Eve. Just looking at what she wore, you could tell she had a wild heart. Eve hated staying in the cave and would always linger outside for ages before coming home. Even when she ran into danger, she wasn't scared. Then one night while they were sleeping, Eve suddenly heard a strange sound, followed by a beam of firelight shining in. This was the first time she'd ever seen light at night. Curious, she went outside to investigate and followed the beam of light away from the cave. Suddenly, a massive shadow appeared ahead. Eep grabbed a rock and hurled it at the shadow, but surprisingly, the shadow just disappeared. Bold as she was, Eep decided to climb to the mountaintop to get to the bottom of this. And there, Eep actually saw a boy. Who would have thought that besides the Crood family, there were other humans around? The boy was worldly and knew lots of survival skills. He told Eep that this continent was about to experience a massive earthquake, and they needed to get to higher ground to survive the disaster. So he invited Eep to leave with him, but Eep couldn't bear to abandon her family. The boy had no choice but to hand Eep a conch shell, telling her to blow it if she ran into danger. Right after the boy left, Grug came looking for her. He scolded Eep for being reckless and brought her home, ready to teach her a lesson. But that's when the boy's prediction came true. The earth cracked open, the valley collapsed, and Grug used his own body to protect his family. However, the earthquake destroyed their home, and the whole family was heartbroken. But what they never expected was that behind their cave, a whole new world had appeared. Now they had no choice left. They had to venture into this new world together.